So for the final art dance project, I've decided to do Ariana Grande's "Thank You" next, and I decided to do it because it's been a really popular song as of late, and it's sort of a jam. I've decided to do it with a friend of mine. She happens to be a dancer. Now, my experience with choreographing dances is very minimal. I've choreographed 3 or 4 dances for my cousin's weddings, and I've also participated in a few dances at my cousin's weddings, but other than that, I really don't have any experience with it. But for this song, I wanted to tell a story, and to me, the song is about Ariana Grande's relationships with several different guys and how she moves on from these guys and how things don't work out to just doing herself and appreciating herself as who she is. So for the beginning portion of the song, my friend and I are dancing together, and I'm going to be representing like the 4 different guys that Ariana is talking about in this song. And each one of our interactions is going to get progressively more and more serious as her relationships got more and more serious. So for the first interaction, it's going to just be her like enamored with me, and then there's going to be this separation. And in each one of our interactions, there's going to be us close together, followed by some separation. And what that's supposed to represent is that there was good in the relationships, but then ultimately they didn't work out. So for the first one, she's just going to be enamored by me, like I just said. But for the second guy, we're going to be like dancing together. And then after that, it's going to get even more serious for the third guy. Basically, it's going to be like a wedding scene, and she's going to be walking down with flowers. That's supposed to be the concept behind it. And I'm going to put my hand out and like twirl her around and basically, ask her to marry me. But once again, that doesn't work out either. So from there, there's once again that separation that's supposed to happen. And for the fourth individual, he actually ended up passing away in Ariana Grande's life. So he's going to be represented by an angel. So just going to be doing a little move to represent an angel. And then following that, the portion of the song there's a portion of the song which talks about what each one of the individuals taught her. So it's going to be first, he's be doing like a little love thing with just like making hand motions, which is supposed to represent a heart and it's supposed to be love. The second thing that's going to be happening is a hand over hand motion, and it's supposed to be like patience. And the third thing that the guys taught her was obviously pain. And for me, pain, I was trying to represent it, or I'm going to be trying to represent it using like knife almost. So like she like gets stabbed, and then it's following that, there's going to be a couple spin moves. Again, it's going to be that close together and then separation. And then there's going to be a point where we're going to be walking with each other back to back, and we're going to meet, and it's going to be like this moment of happiness, and once again, separation. And that's the portion of the song where it's going to be like, thank you next. So for that, we're going to just be doing little slides, and it's going to be like pushing off each other like, thank you next. And then after that move, we're going to be talking about her ex, and she's going to say I'm so grateful for my ex. And that's the portion of the song where I am going to exit, because following that specific portion, Ariana Grande talks a lot about herself, and she moves on from talking about guys to just talking about herself, talking about how she's in a relationship with herself now, and she's self-sufficient and happy. So for that portion of the song, I didn't want a strict choreography, because to me that portion of the song is someone just expressing themselves and expressing what they are like now. I don't think that should just be written down on paper. Like, I'm sure every female at some point has felt that way, where they just, they're like, okay, I'm done with guys. I don't need anyone. I just want to be me. I want to do me. So for the choreography, I have a few like twirls written down. There's a few things where it's copying the same moves from the dance when my friend and I were doing it together, but mainly it's going to be a lot of like free form on her behalf. And the free form in the sense that like the I'm just doing me and I'm gonna do what I want. But certain moves, like there's twirls choreographed and like this, like just expressing yourself, and that's supposed to be the end concept of the song. Is basically a female just doing her, and hopefully it works out well.